of the United States.
Fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
Another large flash of explosion to the west of the city. Can you hear me, Jeremy?
I can hear you, David. I'm now seeing huge
balls
of smoke rising into the night sky.
4 or 5 huge billows of smoke. A massive shock blast just coming through our windows. I'm going to have to take cover, Jeremy. I'm going to have to take cover.
One day during the bombing campaign, 3 a.m., A-10s are doing their normal strafing, chafing practice runs right over our position. A couple hours later, roughly around 3 a.m., all of a sudden the bombing campaign starts. I'm 70 miles south of Baghdad, in a tent, on a cot, keeping myself clean and away from the snakes and the scorpions and such, when an explosion 70 miles away picked me up from my cot and threw me in the dirt. First day that I knew being scared was the best thing to be. There were days where I went out on missions and I shouldn't have come home. There were a couple of missions I went on that, talking seconds away from getting turned into what we call in my field a pink mist. Almost got blown up twice. We were destroying ordnance one day and we're in a trench. I'm 5'8". The trench was 6 foot deep. It was 15 feet long, filled with 20 RPG warheads and about 40 pounds of Composition 4, C4, which is an explosive. And it was just me, my squad leader, and the 2 EOD officers in charge. We got really close to setting something off, but we were able to, finish the job and get out. I had been ordered to go across the compound, retrieve another soldier from another section, bring him back, and we were going to conduct our morning briefing. Went and got him. Halfway back, I happened to stop by a fire pit that somebody had made the night before and was still smoldering and it was warm, so I was warming myself by this fire. And something struck me odd. It told me to, inside my head and my heart told me to move. Just move out. Keep going. Go about the job. I get 25 meters from this campfire when it exploded. Somebody was mad at somebody and chucked an explosive round into the fire. That was scary day number 3. So, very happy to be still around and in one piece.
When 9/11 happened, in September of 2001, I had to go to Washington, D.C. to give a speech. And it was for my business. And then one of my buddies from the Navy is in naval intelligence. And I met with him the night before for dinner. And he asked me to go to a Super Bowl party with him the next day. And I said, yeah, I'd be more than happy to. So instead of going to a party at one of the naval installations, we went to Bethesda Naval Hospital. And we went there to the area, to the burn ward, where, that plane hit the Pentagon. And there were still, 75 sailors and Marines that were still in the burn ward. Going through that burn section and seeing those kids, and how they were disfigured by the jet fuel when the plane hit, it really moved me. And it moved me because I had forgot what it is to go through a military hospital and you see guys with missing legs and missing arms and wounded, and you forget about all that. I guess that's what America is all about. I mean, these kids suffered, but I can't believe how good their attitudes were, how upbeat they were, how they were telling me about their operations and their skin grafts, and she was telling me about she's getting a new wig and all these things, and I had to do everything in my power not to cry, because it really, really moved me. And when you see that, you want to reach out to them. And when you go to the airport and you see them, you got to understand they're coming home or they're going to war. They're not, going on vacation. They're not, traveling to grandma's house. They're either going to war or they're coming home. Right now, we have vets coming back from Afghanistan that have a higher suicide rate than we did in Vietnam. And nobody knows why. Well, I think I do, is that they come back and they feel unwanted, they don't feel any respect. Something went horribly wrong, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to fix it. And I'm not trying to fix it, and I'm not trying to tell people this is what you should do and this is how you should act, because that's not my job. I'm just asking people just to stretch out their hand of kindness, be a good Christian, do what Jesus would do. Ask people, thank people for their service to you. And I think that's what Memorial Day and that's what Veterans Day is all about. Because you'll be amazed at this generation. You'll be amazed at how wonderful they are and how strong they are. And it makes me cry that they're treated so badly, and that we have a suicide rate now higher than Vietnam, and we don't need to have that. So that's what it means to me.